Welcome to I Learned a Thing in the Bathroom from Dollar Shave Club, where we explain something very complicated in mere minutes to occupy your brain while you shave. In this edition, we'll be answering the question, can you have sex in space? And it's explained by someone who sounds smart, well, because he's British.
Let's get this out of the way now. So far, there is no official record of anyone ever having had sex in space. So humanity has yet to join the 200-mile high club.
But could humans have sex in space if they wanted to?
Well, to properly answer that question, we're going to have to explain a few things about fluid dynamics and Newton's third law of motion.
You are not a sexy man.
I am not. So, first things first. When imagining space sex, you probably pictured yourself in zero gravity, doing things that would be physically impossible here on Earth. But the same lack of gravity that allows you to float also makes it extraordinarily difficult to stay connected to another person. With no forces keeping the two of you together, the slightest touch would send your partner floating away from you across the ship.
Couldn't people just tie themselves together?
That's an option, but there are other problems too. Sweat, for example. Here on Earth, there are forces that cause heat to rise up and away from your body. These don't exist in space, so instead, your body just sweats constantly to cool you down, and vigorous activity causes you to sweat even more. You can see where I'm going with this.
Yeah, but it's just sweat. What's the big deal?
The big deal is that fluids behave differently in space. Sweat neither evaporates nor drips to the floor. Instead, it just clings to the body in a film. Were your partner to do something to knock that film of sweat away, it would fly off and float around you in little colliding globules. It would be pretty gross, especially when you consider any other fluids that might come into play.
You are crushing my fantasies here.
Oh, I'm not done yet. Most people report nausea on encountering zero gravity, so for anyone hoping for naughty space tourism in their future, you should be prepared to spend more time feeling sick than sexy. And for men, there's an even worse side effect. Low blood pressure. Not only does this make it harder for a man to, well, be harder, it also means that his equipment is probably going to end up looking a little smaller than he's used to.
So will no one ever have hot, zero-G floating space sex?
Yeah, but it involves the use of straps and Velcro.
Now you're talking.
I think you're going to be very disappointed. In 2006, actress and sci-fi writer Vanna Bonter designed what she called the two-suit, a two-person spacesuit designed to allow people to have sex in zero gravity. A series of Velcro straps keeps the couple together, and a further series can be used to keep the pair held down. But the suit itself is not exactly hot. It's like a pair of large navy blue sleeping bags with opening flaps at the front to allow a couple to join together. But this only solves for the first issue we discussed. Every other problem would still apply, so you'd basically be inside a bag, strapped to a table, queasily struggling to perform while being bombarded with your own floating sweat.
You have completely ruined sex.
I'm British. That's what we do.
Tune in next time for more I Learned a Thing in the Bathroom. And in the meantime, head to dollarshaveclub.com for more podcasts and a big old pile of grooming products.